Believe it or not, but I'm just driving from Mexico City to Veracruz. There is a tornado here. This gotta be the craziest trip I've ever had. So on this trip now, the first thing that happened was that I got involved with road rage, and some crazy Mexican guy, he pointed a gun at me. And then I pulled over because, you know, they were following me and stuff, and it was really crazy. And then the next thing that happened was that I pulled over where there was a lot of police, the like national police, right? The national police of Mexico. I pulled over right after this happened because they're everywhere here anyway, but they just happened to be right next to me at the time. And then you know, I saw how there was a dead person laying in the middle of the gas station, and then when I talked to them, they said that that person was killed. And then I told them that, you know, there was this random guy who pointed a gun at me for no reason. I mean, he was kind of like super aggressive and stuff, but I just pointed the middle finger at him. But this guy, man, anyway, here's the tornado. You can still see it. The tornado is right here. So I am now in Mexico, like I said, and I'm on this road trip. I'm traveling from Mexico City to Veracruz, and I'm going to one of my favorite cities, which is the city of Orizaba. Beautiful place, in my humble opinion, possibly one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful city in whole Mexico. And I'm going to be visiting some friends there, and I'm going to be heading to the port city, Veracruz Puerto. That's where I'm staying a few times. You know, I kind of like it there. It's not overrun by gringos. No es muy turístico esta ciudad. Es muy tranquilo. I think this is probably one of the oldest cities in whole Mexico, or at least that's the city where the Spanish first landed, you know, by ship. I think that's the first city they conquered in Mexico, if I recall history correctly. And here we have a mountain to our left. I don't really know the name of the mountain, but anyway, so I'm recording this because I had this crazy series of events happening during this journey, which I embarked like maybe 2.5 hours ago. And I'm not even there yet, and I experienced so much stuff. You know, I just saw a tornado before, and you know, like this whole thing with the guy pointing the gun at me, and then pulling over where I saw the police, and seeing like you know, how there was a dead person laying in the middle of the gas station was pretty weird too. So crazy stuff is happening here, and we'll keep you posted on any future news. But I want you to enjoy the scenery for sure. I'm not sure if I pointed this out already at the beginning of the video, but I stayed in Mexico City for like 2 nights before embarking on this journey. And last night I was headed for the OXXO next to my apartment, and it was kind of weird because the store door was closed. I'm like, what the hell is going on? The store is supposed to be open, but the place just got robbed. You know, they were just robbing the place, and I did see it then after taking a closer look. And I'm like, okay, I can probably find another OXXO, so I don't have to wait for this one to reopen. And I quickly disappeared there too. I'm absolutely crazy what's been happening to me over the past number of days. I mean, probably more than what happens to many people, you know, over the course of their whole lifetime. But anyway, I'm just showing you a little bit more footage now. I hope you don't suffer from motion sickness, because I'm not using a stabilizer. I mean, just to be clear, like, Mexico is a really beautiful country. You know, the culture is nice and many people are nice, but there are definitely many bad apples. embrace a strong rule of law eventually. That's what I want to say. Because the bad guys here have guns, and you, as a regular, normal person, would have a really hard time purchasing a firearm in Mexico legally, right? You would have a really hard time. So, but the bad guys, they all have guns, right? So that's kind of